BookTube Nation, I'm Sam here again with the Barnaby Books, and today I wanted to go ahead and film my April TBR for you. This is definitely overly ambitious considering this is the month that we're gonna welcome our little girl into the world. I know there's no way I'm gonna finish this, but I figured I'd like to have choices, you never know. So first, I started this last month. I absolutely love this writer's writing style. I read 2 of her books last year and they were some of my favorites I read all year. These are kind of like in the modern classic time period. They're mystery stories, but I don't find them to be too cutesy and they're not gory. They're kind of just my speed. So this is called Speak of the Devil, and this is by Elisabeth Sanxay Holding. These are really short books. I started it last month for the March Mystery Madness, which I hope many of you were able to participate in. It seemed like so much fun. I'll go ahead and I'll link down below a video for that so you can check it out if you're interested. I'm sure that they'll be putting up their wrap-up soon, so I'll go ahead and leave some information about that down below for you. Next are the 2 classics I'm still working on. I did not have any time to get to these in March, so they're still ongoing. I'm really enjoying Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. I was able to get a good chunk into this one in February, but I definitely want to finish it. I don't want to let this sit too long. And then this is a reread for me of Wuthering Heights. This is the only Bronte book I've read so far. I would like to go ahead and get the reread finished, and then shortly thereafter I'm probably going to try to pick up Jane Eyre because I'm really excited for the new release that's coming out from the Lady Janies, which is My Plain Jane. The first one in that like companion series was My Lady Jane, which was my favorite YA book of last year. It has everything I love about reading. 2 out of 3 of my favorite genres are historical fiction and YA, and that covered 2 of those. So I really enjoyed it. I found the writing to be very seamless considering it's written by 3 different authors, and I highly enjoyed that one. I'll go ahead and link my video down below. It's one of my most popular ones about my top YA books of last year. I read some more lesser known YA, so hopefully you'll get some ideas on that video for ones you're interested in checking out. Also, I usually never carry forward a book I haven't started. It's not typically something I do on my channel. With everything we have coming up in our personal lives, I thought that graphic novels would be the way to go. So I have a graphic novel that was in my TBR from March, and that is the second in the Monstress series by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda, and I am absolutely loving this series. It's quite a darker series. I don't know if you can see that too well, but the art is beautiful. It's very dark. It's a little bit gritty. It's kind of like a crossover between fantasy and dystopian. There's definitely some statements on class and some statements on different races. It's a really easy read, but it definitely, I think, talks about some really important subjects, and I find that it's very well written and the art is absolutely stunning. It's, if I had my way, all graphic novels would be similar to this color pattern. I really enjoy it and I'm excited to continue on. Let's go ahead and talk about the other 2 graphic novels and the manga, because I figured again that would be something I could read in a short amount of time. The other 2 graphic novels are Descender Volume 3 by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen, and I'm also absolutely loving this series. I get a hankering for sci-fi every once in a while. I definitely read more fantasy and probably more classics, but I just sometimes need to fulfill that sci-fi craving, and this has really been doing a great job of that for me lately. There's a great plot, but it's also very character focused, and I really enjoy that. The art in this one is a little bit more simple, but I think that it really fits with the storyline. So I'm really enjoying this one, and I think there's quite a bit more of these released so far. I think they're on like 6 or 7. Okay, and another one is another one I just kind of stumbled across, and that is Taproot. This just looked really interesting to me. It's a beautiful, it's very green, the art in here, and I love greens and blues. But anyway, it just seemed quirky enough for me and like something I would really enjoy. Plus the art is really nice and I'm very interested to check this out. And this is by Keezy Young. Next is my first ever manga I picked up. This one looked really good to me. I love gothic stories and this definitely seems like it's gonna tick that box. It's basically like this little girl and like I believe this is like a demon and it's like he invites her to tea. I mean, he's all dressed up and anyway, it's supposed to be very good. The reviews are excellent for this. I'm really excited to get to it. I've never read a manga, so I'm interested to check it out and see if it's something that I will enjoy. I'm definitely growing in that with my reading. I started out with standalone graphic novels, which I loved, but I was running out of ones that I was interested in. So I tried series this year and that's gone over well. So I thought, why not give manga a try? And this is by Nagabe. This is called The Girl from the Other Side. And I believe, I think it's Gaelic, so bear with me, but I believe the subtitle there is pronounced Sulerun. But anyway, it looks really beautiful and I can't wait to check that out. Continuing on with my bedtime story series I have on my channel, I have read both The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett and Black Beauty last month, and that was by Anna Sewell. And then the third one, before I come back to that series that I was going to read to discuss with you, is Anne of Green Gables, and that's by Ellen Montgomery. I'm really excited to get to this one. I've never read it before, so this will be my first try. I hear great things, and I think with my love of modern classics and classic literature in general, that I'll definitely enjoy this one. Plus, I'm from a small town, so I think that this will be right up my alley. And then I have just a couple other selections. The one that I'm actually bringing to the hospital with me is Longbow Girl, and this is by Linda Davies. I don't know why. It's probably because my father had a bow and arrow, a couple actually when I was a kid, and we used to play with them. But I always kind of thought, like, you know, if the world was to come to it, what would be my weapon of choice? You know, like when I was reading Hunger Games when I was younger and things, like how would I fit in? And of course, you know, Katniss uses the bow, and I thought that that would be just completely appropriate for me. I'm not much into guns and ammo and things like that, but anyway, I do like archery. I find it lots of fun, and I like to do target practice. Haven't done it in quite some time, but I do enjoy it, and anytime I see a book featuring a female archer, it's something I'm interested in, so I picked this one up. Next is one of my 2018 releases. I will buy anything pretty much I find about nautical or mermaids, anything with like folklore in it. And this one came out and it's called To Kill a Kingdom. And this is by Alexandra Christo. And again, it's right in my wheelhouse. I will pretty much read anything around this topic, and I'm really excited to check that out. And finally, one of the books that's up for the Women's Prize for Fiction this year on the long list is Sight, and this is by Jessie Greengrass. And Eric of the Lonesome Reader, I'll link his channel below. He definitely pushed me to check this one out. He really enjoyed it, and basically it's about like generations of women and the actual experience of pregnancy. And being that I am myself, I thought this would be a really great time in my life to go ahead and give this a shot. So that is my overly ambitious TBR for the month of April. If you like what you had to see, please go ahead and click the subscribe button below. If you're a return viewer to my channel, thank you again so much for being here with me today. If you've read any of these and enjoyed them, or if you think based on my reading tastes that there's something I might enjoy, please let me know. And I hope to see everyone again soon. Today's actually Easter, so it'll be a little late, but happy Easter, everybody. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Farewell for now. Bye-bye.